Welcome back, everybody, to my 4-in-1 birthday special for Shaylyn, Geena, Jaron, and Kim, in which we're going to play our next CD-ROM game, which is going to be the 2003 PC version of Jeopardy. Let's see how it goes.
Hi, I'm Johnny Gilbert. Let's set things up before we begin our game. Normal game? Okay, so how many people out there? Player one? Player one, here's your buzz-in key. It's showtime! From the Sony Pictures Studios, this is Jeopardy! Here he is, the host of Jeopardy, Alex Trebek.
Thank you very much, Johnny. Hey, it's time for Jeopardy, so good luck to all our players. The first round categories are as follows. World history, fairies and wee folk, around the globe.
All right.
A musical category, automobile companies, and just to finish things off, name the poet. All right, let's get things underway, player one.
This English City's Times literary supplement carried Virginia Woolf's reviews for over 30 years.
Player one. Precisely. Pick again.
Tajikistan has the highest one of these in the world. The U.S. doesn't even make the top 10 with Hoover.
Player one. Yes.
This term for an African doll representing a spirit also refers to an extreme fixation.
Player one. Exactly.
This Baltic country's major cities include Kaunas, Klaipėda, and Vilnius.
Player one. Yes.
Mizenhead, this country's southernmost mainland point, lies in County Cork, and that's no blarney.
Player one. Exactly.
The Rabbit.
Player one. Definitely.
The Accord.
Player one. Exactly.
The E-Type.
Player three.
What is Jaguar?
Yes.
I'll try world history for 200.
He was tutored by Aristotle, tamed Bucephalus, and cut the Gordian knot.
Player one. Ooh, sorry. Is that it? Anyone? This is what we wanted.
Name the poet for 200.
My little horse must think it queer to stop without a farmhouse near.
Player one. Hey, you're correct.
The best laid schemes o' mice and men gang after gley.
Player three.
Who is Robert Burns?
Exactly.
How about fairies and wee folk for 200?
This four-leafed plant, a symbol of luck, has the power to break some fairy spells.
Player one. Yes.
Pixies are known to frolic in Cornwall in this country.
Player one. Good guess, but it's not what we're looking for. Player two.
What is Great Britain?
Precisely. Pick again.
Let's go with a musical category.
For 200?
Girl, You Know It's True was the ironic title of a hit by this fraudulent duo.
Player one.
Oh.
That is
I
incorrect.
misspelled the last name.
Nobody?
Milli Vanilli.
Take a look. Here's the right
Yeah,
response.
my bad.
I'll try Fairies and Wee Folk.
For 600?
Resembling trolls, trows live in these Scottish islands, famous for their small ponies.
Player one. Precisely. Pick again.
Of all of this man's plays, A Midsummer Night's Dream has the most fairies.
Player one. Definitely. Answer? The Daily Double. Did you make your wager, please?
You might want to hobnob with these mischief makers, whose name begins with Hob.
Player one. Precisely. Pick again.
The Parade.
Player one. Definitely.
The 240Z.
Player three.
What is Nissan?
Precisely. Pick again.
Let's try Name the poet for 600.
In the world of mules, there are no rules.
Player two.
Who is Ogden Nash?
Yes.
I'll try a musical category.
For 400?
This record company, founded by Berry Gordy Jr., celebrated its 40th anniversary in 1998.
Player one. Precisely. Pick again.
This band recorded Dark Side of the Moon.
Player one. Definitely.
In 1997, this former MTV hostess published her autobiography, Gen X.
Player one. Precisely. Pick again.
New York Magazine called it everyone's favorite orphan musical.
Player one. Hey, you're correct.
Water, water everywhere, nor any drop to drink.
Player one. Precisely. Pick again.
I met a traveler from an antique land who said, 2 vast and trunkless legs of stone stand in the desert.
Player three.
Who is Shelley?
Definitely.
Let's do World history for 400.
Exactly 600 years after the Norman conquest, London suffered through plague and this other major disaster.
Player 2?
What was the Great Fire?
Exactly.
World history for 600.
While trying to figure out why there were two of these, the 1409 Council of Pisa elected a third one.
Player 2?
What are popes?
Yes.
World history for 800.
Elections held following World War II in 1946 made this group the dominant Czech political party.
Player 2?
Who are the communists?
Exactly. And now to finish off the round.
In 1864, the first Red Cross conference was convened in this city.
Player 1. Exactly. Okay, that's it for the Jeopardy round. Now we're going to take a quick look at the scores. Big lead. Player 1, well done. You're not far off the pace, Player 3. Player 2, you're in last place, but you do get to start things off first in Double Jeopardy. Ladies and gentlemen, it's now time for Double Jeopardy.
Here are the categories for the Double Jeopardy round.
Can't be on Jeopardy. New food products. Better known as films of the 80s. Crossword clues K. And our last category is baseball.
Give me crossword clues K for 400.
A Scottish church or a Star Trek captain. 4 letters.
Player 1. Yes.
The bride ties it. The groom has one in his stomach. 4 letters.
Player 1. Precisely. Pick again.
Tennis queen Billie Jean. 4 letters.
Player 1. Definitely.
Kansas to your postman. 2 letters.
Player 1. Exactly.
Mill marsupial mother. 5 letters.
Player 1. Yes.
On September 27, 1998, in his final at-bat, this Cardinal hit his 70th home run of the season.
Player 1. No, too bad. Anyone at all? What we were looking for was this.
On April 4, 1997, the new Turner Field opened with this home team defeating the visiting Cubs 5-4.
Player 1. Yes.
In 1997, this Jim Leyland-managed team became the first wild card to win a World Series.
Player 2.
Who are the Florida Marlins?
Exactly.
How about films of the 80s for 400?
Michael Douglas won an Oscar for his portrayal of scheming financier Gordon Gekko in this film.
Player 1. Hey, you're correct.
In this 1983 musical, Barbra Streisand disguises herself as a boy to study the Talmud.
Player 1. Exactly.
Tom Cruise, Timothy Hutton, and Sean Penn played military cadets in this 1981 film.
Player 1. No, sorry. Player 2.
What is TAPS?
Yes.
Let's go for new food products for 400.
Introduced in 1982, this soft drink used the slogan, "Just for the taste of it."
Player one. Exactly.
A syrup named for this Mrs. was introduced in 1961. A pancake mix with her name on it came out in 1982.
Player one. Definitely.
Frank Epperson created one of these in 1923 when he pulled lemonade frozen onto a spoon out of a glass.
Player one. Precisely. Pick again.
In 1993, Hershey introduced these white and milk chocolate treats as a companion to its Kisses.
Player one. Definitely.
In 1998, this Frito brand introduced Wow, a line of Olean containing chips.
Player one. Nice try, but that is incorrect. Anyone at all? What we were looking for was this. Answer, the Daily Double. Would you make your wager, please?
This Dodger won 27 games in 1966, but retired at season's end due to an arthritic arm.
Player one. That is incorrect. What we were looking for was this.
When this Brooklyn field opened in 1913, Borough President Alfred Steers tossed out the first ball.
Player three.
What is Ebbets Field?
Precisely. Pick again.
Let's go for Can't Be on Jeopardy for 400.
John Kennedy Toole wrote about a confederacy of these pointy cap wearers.
Player one. Hey, you're correct.
If you were this, like an angle over 90 degrees but less than 180 degrees, no show for you.
Player one. Precisely. Pick again.
From the Latin for thick, it's okay for Forrest to be it, but not future contestants.
Player one. Hey, you're correct.
These numbskulls that were thorns in the side of Gumby just won't cut it.
Player one. Precisely. Pick again.
You could learn a lot from one of these about seatbelts, but that's not enough to get you through the show.
Player one. Definitely.
This film's cool cast included Glenn Close, William Hurt, and Kevin Kline.
Player one. Exactly. Answer, the Daily Double. Would you make your wager, please?
In this 1984 film, Sally Field played a Depression-era widow who struggles to save her farm.
Player one. Definitely.
Marion Morrison.
Player three.
Who is John Wayne?
Exactly.
Better known as for 800.
Raquel Tejada.
Player two.
Who is Raquel Welch?
Hey, you're correct.
Better known as for 1200.
Archibald Leash.
Player two.
Who is Cary Grant?
Exactly.
Better known as for 1600.
Charles Buczynski.
Player three.
Who is Charles Bronson?
Definitely. Here's the final answer on this board.
Margarita Cancino.
Player 2?
Who is Rita Hayworth?
Definitely. That's the end of the Double Jeopardy round. Let's check out the scores once again. Player 1, you've got the lead going into Final Jeopardy. Player 2, you're not too far off the lead. You can still come back, Player 3. It's Final Jeopardy time. Once I give you the category, you'll have just a few seconds to decide on your wager. Criminal pairs. Go ahead. Make your wager. Player 3, could we have your wager, please? Player 2, your wager, please. Player 1, please make your wager. Here's the Final Jeopardy answer. Good luck.
A new Ford V8, stolen by this pair in Topeka on April 29, 1934, became world famous a few weeks later.
Let's see how everyone did. Your question, Player 3. That is incorrect. What was your wager? Your question, Player 2. That's not right. I'm sorry. And your wager? Your question, Player 1. That's it. Right. Well done. And your wager was?
See you all for the next game, everybody.
Congratulations to our big winner. Player 1. Thanks for playing Jeopardy! Come back and see us again real soon, won't you?
I will.
Hi, I'm Johnny Gilbert. Let's set things up before we begin our game.